Hi there, it's the Chainlink Wyckoff session again, and we'll quickly look at where Chainlink is heading for both weekly and daily time frame. So here, we first look at the weekly as usual because it controls what can happen in the daily. So weekly, very busy chart over here. I added these rainbow colored lines. Basically, they are the key levels. I should add one more purple at the top, but I'll do it later. So currently, we're between the yellow and the orange level. Previously, we asked, would this be a last point of support? So if we take a look at the left, that we can take a reference here. So it's a point where it comes down from the sign of strength and then eventually develops further, entering into a new distribution cycle. So here, currently the candlestick is finding support at the white support line. That's around $15.96. That's actually the top edge of the long-term playground zone. If you notice this text at the bottom, so here, so it's a very long period of time where most of the time the price has been trading within this long-term playground zone. So as of now, given the volume that's declining, hopefully the selling is taking a break. So one thing can happen is it trades sideways and then eventually goes up from here to the new distribution cycle. If not, if things get really ugly across the board, then it will come down to test these lines all the way to this upward trend line, this light blue line over here. So that's somewhere around $12 if it really comes down within the next week or so. So the big picture is we still expect some fluctuations after the sign of strength, much like what we can take reference from the previous period, which is 2 weeks leaving from that point. So there's still a bit of craziness going on. This craziness these fluctuations can happen many times. So back in the 2002-2003 accumulation period, that happened 4 times that the price got up to a similar high to the automatic rally. This time we went a little bit higher than the automatic rally. So it's a little bit different, but still, what I'm trying to bring out is don't expect just one SOS. There can be multiple bounds that goes to that level and retreat back to where it started. So that's why I point to this light blue uptrend line over here. So the worst case we can expect is that the price comes down back to here, and then the best case is it range bound between the white and the yellow and eventually goes to the new distribution cycle. Then how about the daily? In the daily chart, last week we put in these tags over here asking, hey, has it shown our sign of weakness already? It ends up the sign of weakness is actually as low as this point. So this point is like where the sign of strength was before the climb in the daily. So remember, the daily tags are different from the weekly, so don't mix them up. And then here, the sign of weakness was as low as about $15.60 roughly, or even $15.50 at the lowest. However, now it's coming back up, and we talk about like when it comes back from the sign of weakness, is it going to show us an upthrust, or is it just going to show us an LPSY? As of now, what is showing us, at least for yesterday and today combined, that's an LPSY combining what's happening in the weekly. If it doesn't go up from this point and come back to test the basically the bad or not so good scenario to the light blue uptrend, then obviously this will be an LPSY and the price will come down to test somewhere near the red level. That's around the $13.10 level as a first stop. So hopefully it takes a little bit longer, because the longer it takes, the closer this trend line will be to that red line. So hopefully it doesn't go below. There's a possibility, but as of this moment, that's not what we hope to see, because that's a very low point, at least for this entire year. We only visited that level twice, during late June as well as early April. So next to expect, it can potentially be another sign of weakness, or if it is really going to the low point, then it will be a selling climax. Looking at the volume, the buying obviously is not as strong as the selling, at least for the past 6-7 days. So the demand isn't that high, looking at what happened, the two green volume bars last 2 days. So expect it to come down to test the orange line. If it bounces up to head to the up thrust, that's perfect for the boost. If it doesn't, if it comes back down to the selling climax, that's happy news for the bears. So that's it for Chainlink. So see you in the next